Serperior's Enslavement by a Ouija dude, aka Server, I think. Oh, I should have had more self-control. I should have never given him away. It was a warm summer afternoon. I was leveling up my Serperior, Shamrock, and Slowbro on Pokemon White when my sister walked into the room. Girlie looked stressed. Hey, can I have one of your Pokemon to help me get through the league? She inquired. Sure, I retorted back. The trade started, but first I gave her the chance to pick one of my precious Pokemon. She instantly set her eyes on my Serperior. It was a level 99 from Japan, and was its previous owner's starter. I regarded it with great respect. Anyways, her selection of Pokemon was less than adequate. And Rock'n'Rolla, Petala, and Patrat graced my screen. She never was that good at trading. I had to choose a Pokemon, or else I would start a screaming tornado of a tantrum. I choose Rock'n'Rolla just for the fun of it. We then part ways, and I went back to training my team. It had been many months spent since the trade. Rock'n'Rolla I was traded had evolved into Gigalith, which might I add end up to be a powerhouse of a Pokemon. But my sister still hasn't completed the league. Instead of sorting to a messing around Unova, I was still waiting the return of Serperior. I was getting impatient. So I decided to take him back by force. Bounding down the stairs, I grabbed her red DS, and so you switch it on. Pokemon Black still inserted. Racing back up the stairs and onto my bed, mashing the button all the way through the Pokemon Center and into the reunion room. I saw a trade between her DS and my own. Something quite unusual happened when my DS connected to this trade. The screen remained black. I watched the screen carefully, afraid that my game was corrupted or something. But then, the screen came back to life, giving me hope. I was then met with my Serperior's summary. His moveset was full of HM moves. How my sister had done this was unknown, but it filled me with rage. How could she do this to my beloved Pokemon? I never wanted an HM slave. I felt my jaws clench together. I exited the summary, and then the screen returned to black. At this time, my sister's DS shut off, and I ran out of battery. Serperior's sprite appeared on the screen, and my heart nearly stopped out of shock. Serperior seemed faded, and the leaf at the end of his tail had rotted in places. Blood flowing out of the broken leaf, strange bleeding sores stretching across his side and his head, which would normally be raised proudly, was instead drooping down towards the floor. Deep blue tears that seeped from his eyes, red from crying, mixed with blood pouring from a gash to his front, creating a crimson flow. Around he lay was a pool of blood. A text box appeared below the scene. Master? It came back for me? A yes and no option appeared on the touchscreen. Different from the appearance of Serperior's sprite, I had yes with the stylus, almost smashing through the touchscreen. Serperior doesn't believe you. Serperior is engaged that you left him behind. Serperior isn't a slave. Choking back tears, I sobbed into a microphone, almost by impulse. Serperior, I never wanted you to become like this. It's not right. I should have never let you go. It's all her fault. Please believe me. But the game didn't respond. Serperior continuing. It's your fault, Master. You gave me away to that horrible owner, just like my previous owner did to me. I saw and trust in you, thought you would understand, but I guess the future refused to change. You humans are all the same. It's been the same story all along, but now I've had enough. You're a snake, not me. Cascading from my DS's speakers, I felt a warm fluid pour out over the side of my head, followed by extreme pain. My eardrum has disintegrated. Serperior's sprite disappeared. My trainer was then warped to Sky Arrow Bridge, or what was left of it. I was standing in the middle of the bridge, but looking straight ahead at the Keslia city skyline. Keslia was deserted, the streets were empty, and, despite it being nighttime, all the lights were switched off. The city resembled a post-apocalyptic war zone. Sky Arrow Bridge itself was in ruins. The roadway and walkway had collapsed just ahead of me. The tower towers I had also fallen again, their flimsy cables flying around in the breeze. The remaining towers were close to collapse, but held tight by several overgrown vines. Slowly, music started to play. I struggled to hear it with my broken eardrums. I wasn't clear enough to recognize. Serperior's sprite appeared on the screen behind my trainer. This time, there was no text box, but instead Serperior's voice boomed from the DS speaker. So you now realize your own selfish actions have led you to do this? You're the one who gave me away to that monster. I pleaded with the Pokemon, but it wasn't my fault. I didn't know she'd make you into this. Once again, the game didn't respond, but Serperior still continuing. Master? That was a long pause. You condemned me. The DS screen went to black again. I heard a hyper-realistic scream emit from the speakers. I pass out. Several hours later, I woke. I was in my room. I looked on either side of me, and for some reason, there was no blood on my pillows or sheets. My DS hadn't switched off and wasn't frozen. I opened it up, and to my shock, the scene was very different. My trainer was on his knees, staring straight ahead at a massive green on the floor. Tessa was restored, and the bridge was back to normal too. I walked towards the green object ahead of me, and became clear. It was Serperior. His injury was still existent, but his expression was different. As if he was at peace, a text box appeared. Master, I have reconsidered my actions. As such, I have repaired damage, but the actions I have caused were just wrong. I will now leave, and I hope you will forgive me. But promise me something. Get your revenge. Serperior didn't turn around and walk away from my trainer. It disappeared. So that was Serperior's Enslavement. Final thoughts. It's just kind of short, but actually it's kind of okay. Like some stuff that didn't make sense. The whole like, why is the Castle City and the Skyward Bridges is like in ruins during that apocalyptic war zone. Like, really? Is that the cause of Serperior just felt gonna become an HM slave? Like, yeah, maybe the character's sister should like do not just like HM slave Serperior. Why not just HM slave a Watchog or something? Because that's a better one. Or like give like a water type Pokemon Surf so you can get through it, cut and strength and flash for that Watchog and fly. I don't know which one. So yeah, and also I kind of felt bad for Serperior in this story, but you know, but at least the endings kind of had like a pretty good note. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this creepypasta reading. It's okay, but it's kind of short. So yeah, so the next creepypasta is gonna be the big one, which I think is gonna be the last in the black and white creepypasta marathon, which is Hull Again, featuring Kiram. Stay tuned tomorrow for that story.